I understand very well what you're talking about. And I've learned that the magic answer has to do with expressing yourself, the words fully, and learning to temper the intense anger that's coming off through it, learning to make it kinder, learning to add some things that you can say, to soften it a little bit. I think as a person who grew up in a house full of trauma, one of the things that I didn't learn until later as an adult was just how sensitive people are, just how much it can hurt them if they feel like they're being dismissed or criticized. So with that, I just tell you, I don't know, but I don't think it ever hurts to start to become kind of a Jedi at communicating kindly, even when what you're saying is, the thing that you're doing is not acceptable to me, or the thing that you just said really hurt. And these things can be said lovingly. And I don't think you'll ever be sorry as long as you're able to express yourself. But let's go through. I want to see what you told me. So you were engaged to a man 7 years ago, and he had a history of neglect. So maybe he was extra sensitive, right? And he would get so triggered when your tone shifted into frustration. So when other people are triggered by just characteristics, right? We have a community at Crappy Childhood Fairy, and this comes up often. And somebody wrote to me recently about something that triggered them in the group and was asking, would I make that person stop doing it? And it was something that I couldn't or wasn't willing to ask people to change. Because honestly, we all come into these communities with triggers. And if everybody had to change to cancel out all of our triggers, I don't know, nobody could be themselves. It'd be very confusing. And it's actually, there are things that are over the line. They're unethical. They're a violation of common boundaries. But when somebody has a trigger, like when there's irritation in your voice, it brings up my childhood trauma. I have my own opinion about that. And you will hear different opinions, when you actually talk to a therapist or something, which I'm not. But I just think it's a prison to fall into the trap of trying to make other people change to make you feel untriggered. That the really free and empowered way to deal with this is to neutralize triggers and to be, if it's, when we say trigger, it's almost like it demeans it a little bit. If something is unacceptable to you, don't participate, don't hang out there, don't spend time with those people. But if you notice, I get a little dysregulated when this happens, in a tone of voice, definitely like somebody acting angry towards us or rejecting or giving us the cold shoulder. Yeah, it's triggering.